Household consumption is a key driver of India's carbon footprint. A carbon emission study across 9 agroecological zones finds that the highest emissions are in the upper Trans and Middle Gangetic Plains, followed by Western Himalayan and Central Plateau regions. The average yearly carbon footprint of an Indian household is estimated to be 6.5 tons of CO2 emissions. Compared to low expenditure households, high expenditure households in India emit 7 times the carbon emissions. Every additional 100 rupee in expenditure increases the household carbon footprint by 0.8 kilograms of CO2 emissions. Energy consumption is the largest contributor to household carbon footprint. In urban areas, energy-intensive appliances, heating-cooling systems, and the internet are primary energy uses. In rural areas, greater household members, cultural habits, and repetitive use of machinery and production processes drive the carbon emissions. Transportation from public and private use of vehicles is the second largest contributor to household carbon footprint, with food consumption being the third highest contributor. Households that consume processed foods generate twice the carbon footprint than those consuming a basic Indian diet of cereals, pulses, and dairy. The carbon footprint of transportation is increasing at the highest rate, followed by energy and food consumption. The COVID-19 pandemic revealed that while 25% decrease in public transport use led to reduced transport emissions during lockdown, work-from-home practices elevated energy consumption by 44% across all zones and income groups. Effective climate change policy to mitigate household carbon emissions is needed to address socio-economic factors underlying carbon footprint. According to 2019 data, the top 10% of India's population has a 56% of the total income. These high-income groups should be key targets for emissions reduction interventions. Policies to reduce consumption of high-income households that emit 4.7 tons of CO2 emissions per capita should be considered. Along with intensification of sustainable lifestyles, India's tradable carbon surplus should be utilized for economic well-being of the underprivileged population. Promoting and encouraging local food consumption, public transportation, and efficient home appliances are some policy-led initiatives that can be considered. Increasing subsidies on renewable energy investments at household level should be further promoted. Educating, sensitizing, and incentivizing consumers on waste reduction at household level through Swachh Bharat-like initiatives can contribute to emissions reduction. Implementation of green and sustainable mobility and building and construction should also be considered to contribute to building a low-carbon economy in India.